Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married to Medicine Season 2, Episode 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member and one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, y'all, I told y'all Episode 1, I was not going to go sit here this whole entire season with Jasmine dragging up and bringing up and talking about and having issues with something that happened last season. I'm going to need her to find something else to complain about, something else to do. You got all these businesses. Why are you focused on what something happened last season? It was not something was said about you or your husband. It was about how your house looked. Please, I'm not going to go through this whole entire season, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, Kendra, she don't know nothing about babies, basically. She's an OBGYN, but once the baby come in the world, she don't know what she's doing. While the baby's in the stomach, and it's like I've been practicing medicine for the past 20, 30 years. But once the baby got here, I felt like an intern over again. She didn't know that the baby don't sleep through the night. Yeah, that baby is up every few hours to eat, to use the restroom, cry, and go back to sleep. Rinse and repeat. That is what the baby does. She's just happy that the baby then slept 3 hours straight. And I was like, yeah, that's why for the first few months, parents are sleep deprived, because they used to getting a full night's sleep. But now the baby's up. Soon as you get your eyes closed good, the baby's up crying because it's either hungry or needs to be changed. So she didn't realize that. But she and Brittany, they commiserate over and talk about, I don't know if that's the same thing, but they talk about both being biracial and how it was when friends would come over. They're like, is that the maid? Is that your nanny? They're like, no, that's my mama. No, Brittany, she is very, very light, but her mom is black. While Kendra, her mom is Vietnamese, and she looks like she's black. So like they look nothing like their moms. So people are kind of throw off when they say this is my mom. They're like, that's your mama? It's like, yeah, that's my mama. Yeah. Now, she still hasn't told Robert that she's thinking about going into real estate. She done told the kids but haven't told him. I guess because last season when she was saying how tired she was, his first thing was, well, why don't you go and just quit? That was his solution. Just quit. And she was like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to quit. I want to have something to do. I don't want to just be, an at-home wife just taking care of your kids. I want to be doing something out here. And I just thought it was funny that the son was sitting there asking them how her day at work was going, and was it annoying. I was like, that's usually something that the parents ask the kids, like, how's your day with school? How was it with your friends? It's like, was work annoying? I guess she be coming home talking about, oh, I was so annoyed at work today. This person did A, B, C, and D. I just cannot with it. Now, Kendra, she's talking to her mama. Now, mama, she has different ideals than Kendra. Kendra, she's all about breastfeeding her son. But now that she's gone back to work, it's a little bit hard to do that. But mama's like, if you want to be breastfeeding your son, then you need to have your tail at home for a year. Otherwise, put that baby on Similac. Because mama, she don't believe in breastfeeding. She's all about putting that baby on some Similac and going back to business. You can be, have your career and be a mama. You just got to stop breastfeeding. Kendra says she wasn't breastfed, and that's probably why she got allergies at the wazoo. Allergies, always sick. But I was like, nah, boo-boo, that's not necessarily true, because I was breastfed. And I'm forever having allergies. It seems like every year, March, April, your girl is getting sick because the time has changed. Now, I think this started when I moved to Georgia, because in Indiana, it wasn't as hot as it is in Georgia then when I moved to Houston. But it seemed like after I moved to Georgia, like April, May come around, it's like, all right, my body get to like, up, it's time for me to cut up. It's time for you to be congested all the time. It's time for your allergies to just be cutting up several foods. Like, we here now, bro. So, just because you wasn't breastfeed does not mean that that's why you got allergies, because your girl was breastfed. And I'm telling you, there's a picture somewhere at my grandma's house today where it's a 6-month me looking like I'm all of 2 years old. I was on swole. Just gonna let y'all know. But mom was like, put that baby on some Similac. And she's like, okay, whatever, mama. We just not gonna agree. So she's like, you gonna help me cook for this party? Mom was like, no, I'm not. I'll take care of the grandbaby, but I ain't gonna be out here cooking. That's what I'm not gonna be doing. I was like, all right, tell her, mama. Now, Imani and Leah meet up and says that she's getting some of the same questions Britain got last year. Like, oh, OMG, what happened? Are you guys separating? It's like, no, he is out of town making money right now, okay? But, Imani says that, Jasmine is sweet and all, but if she didn't know her, she thought she was a messy bee. And I was like, yes, that is true. Now, like, I'm just going to say this. I already knew that Jasmine was going to be, like, she was going to have a field day when she find out that Phil has a weed dispensary business. This is going to make her talk about this subject even more, and I already know it, and I'm already not here for it. I'm just going to tell y'all this now. Now, y'all, it's the day of the party, and Kendra's mama did all this. I'm not going to be out here cooking, so Kendra's like, I'm a hire a caterer. I'm a hire a chef. Well, mama, she all in the kitchen. This ain't the kind of rice I like. It don't do what I wanted to do. All right, you over doing this. See, what I would do is she was all up in the kitchen giving her suggestions and all this stuff. I was like, I just thought it was funny that you didn't want to do any cooking, but you had to say of what's being cooked and the ingredients that you should have used to make A, B, and C, and D taste better. So, y'all, now Jasmine thinks Imani's apology wasn't sincere, so she hasn't reached out to her, and she's not telling her everything that's going on in her relationship. I guess once they be like, okay, I'm sorry, let's be friends, Imani was immediately supposed to be like, look at here. Here's my life story. I was born in 19 such and such. I got pregnant here. My daddy wasn't around. I met Phil here. We've been together this long. Phil went here to do this. Yesterday, I talked to Phil for a few hours. My son was over here doing this. We was on a 3-way FaceTime kind of call situation. Phil is supposed to be doing like everything in Imani's life. Jasmine is supposed to know because they friends now. And since Imani hasn't done that, they are not friends. Because she don't know everything that's going on. Y'all, I look like I'm listening right now. I put some vitamin E oil on my face. And I just, with my ring light, I just see like just some shininess right here. And it's kind of distracting right now. And I do apologize for that. But your girl needs to be moisturized out here. So, yeah, like I said, I was tired I was tired last season when she kept on bringing it up. And then I was tired on episode 1. And everybody else seemed like they tired too. Like, Imani, she didn't already apologize to you, your mama, your auntie, your dog, your 4th grade teacher, your principal from high school. She didn't apologize to everybody. So why are we still bringing this up? And then y'all, Hobart had been walking around the house with a mask on. I was like, well, the pandemic hadn't started yet, or they wouldn't be filming like this. But he was sick, and he didn't want to get anybody else sick. I was like, okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying to prevent you from passing on your germs to me. I appreciate that, Hobart. Now, Kendra is saying how, she feels like she's almost failing as a mama. And Imani and Brittany shut that down. Let her know, girl, you got this. I know what's scared. You got your first kid and all that stuff. But I had my son when I was going through residency. And just imagine how hard that is, having to work this hard. And I got a baby. Like, when I had a free time, I was in my car pumping milk and just crying. And just looking at the picture of my son like, how am I going to do this? But she knew that her son was going to look at her one day and be like, my mom was a doctor and she worked this out. She did that. And Britt was like, yeah, my kids know that mommy saves lives. Daddy builds things, but mommy saves lives. Like, girl, you got this. I know it is stressful. These first few months, you don't know what you're doing. You feel like you're not doing enough. You feel like going back to work, you neglecting your child. But no, your child knows that you love him. And he knows that, you doing this to help other people. So he gonna understand. Now, y'all, I just thought it was funny while Imani, Britt, and Kendra, and Leah were out talking amongst themselves. Shanique and Jasmine are just separated from the group. They in the house. just by themselves having a conversation. I'm like, you at this woman's house at a party, why ain't y'all all together? But I'm like, that's Shanique and Jasmine for you. So Shanique, hey guys, can we come upstairs and talk? I'm like, first of all, this is not your house and not your party. Why are we calling meetings at somebody else's house and party? That's my first thought was. Now, we gotta bring up that Imani didn't call Jasmine out for lunch or brunch after the apology. And she was like, well, I just find it funny that you was going to everybody in the group concerned about my husband, but you didn't come to me. Well, I'm going to just let you know. Now, remember, last week, Brittany let Imani know they going to be coming for you. Just be prepared that they sniffing around. And when they find out what Phil is actually going to be doing, they are going to be hanging this over your head. But she was like, look here, I'm just going to tell you that. We're going to be in Essence. We both did separate, interviews. I did the Woke 100 and Phil is opening up a dispensary. Yeah. He didn't want me to say anything until the article come out. But now I guess I'm living with a drug dealer. We've come 360. Bree was like, yep, y'all becoming these 360. Y'all done came around. We've come 360. You living in a drug dealer's house. Now, oh my gosh. The hypocrisy. She put me and my family through hell. And Imani is just over apologizing. I'm over Imani apologizing. Imani did not say your husband was out here doing drugs, out here selling drugs. Did not put that on your husband. She said your house, the place you live in, looks like a Scarface house. And Scarface was a drug dealer. Your house looked like a drug dealer. Now your family done gone through hell for this. Has your husband lost his any patience because of this? Did somebody come to him like, I cannot with good conscience come to you anymore because they say your house looks like a drug dealer house? What does his house have to do with where he sleeps at night? What does that have to do with him helping patients? And how does this put your family through hell? Can somebody please explain this to me? Jasmine, you just want something to complain about. You will have something to talk about because you have nothing else going on. That's how I feel at this point. Leah, like the rest of us, like, child, we still talking about this. Shanique was like, you can't interject. She's like, says the queen of interjecting. Like, where did that come from? She's like, at my mouth. Because you always interjecting something. That's why. Now, she's like, you want to see messy? Kendra was talking about your, Leah was talking about your outfit, Kendra. Now, I guess Leah and Shanique was out one day. And she was like, this outfit looked like a space suit or something like that. She was talking about the outfit. Not Kendra. It was the outfit she was wearing, not the person wearing it. But Kendra felt some type of way because, she just had her baby and that was the only thing that fit. So I was like, Shanika is the queen of being messy. Now she done deflected, doggone it, her being always interjecting and being messy to just throw it on Leah. And if y'all remember last year, she brought old dude's ex-girlfriend to her husband's party. Like, that this girl had a man, this girl's husband, and this is this girl's husband's ex, and you'd invite her to a party, just be messy all the way around. Just plumb messy. I can't. Shanique and, what's her name? Jasmine, they really, really worked my nerves. She did not got into a huff and walked off like, I can't get my words across. Well, your words are the same thing we've heard over and over again, and we are tired of hearing that. We are tired of hearing how she put your family through hell. She called your husband's house, your house, a drug dealer's house. But the difference is with Phil, he is marijuana in certain states, it's illegal. But we still gonna say, well, your husband's a drug dealer now because he has a weed dispensary. I really should stop doing their voices like it. I apologize, but that was just in my head and it just came out. They gonna be talking about this till the doggone cows come home. I'm pretty sure just about every episode she's gonna like, she's such a hypocrite. She was saying, my husband, we live in a drug dealer's house and now her husband's out here selling weed. Told y'all I was over it. Episode 1. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free $99. Make sure your notifications are on so with my beautiful face puts up a video. You can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member and one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.